1.
Imagine a world where fashion was more about ethicality rather than following trends, and consumers valued responsibility of the planet more than style. The clothes we wear is a process that we go through every day, deciding what we're going to wear and how we're going to fit in, or dressing for certain occasions. But many times these come at the expense of buying fast fashion products that are bad for our environment. Whether your goal is just to be trendy or to be comfortable at all different price points and ranges, you can find clothes that are not ethically produced or clothes that are ethically produced at all different price points. Today, I will be giving a speech about fast fashion and the negative effects it has on the environment, as well as some ways that we will be able to combat this, along with visual representations. Fast fashion the three main points that I will be covering is how fast fashion has taken our world by storm, the ethical fashion life cycle, and other ways that we can shop more ethically to help our planet out. The first point that's important to note is the negative effects that fast fashion has on our environment. According to Earth.org, fast fashion is the third most polluting industry in the world. As you see here, total flight and maritime transport, which is one of the most common misconceptions for the most polluting industry, is only 5% of our world's CO2 consumptions and emissions compared to the fast fashion industry and factories that produce 10. Companies that contribute to this are Shein, Aritzia, H&M, a lot of other mall brands, Forever 21, Cotton On, brands that you think would be following ethical business practices but don't. Moving on to my next point, shopping ethically can greatly reduce pollution. Pollution from fashion. Secondhand stores such as Goodwill, Buffalo Exchange, and many other online sources that sell secondhand goods for a cheaper than retail price are at our disposal to help reduce our first-time wear products. In my hands, I have 3 different pairs of jeans from 3 different time periods at 3 different price points. First is a pair of Levi Orange Tab 517s produced in 1974. As you can see here, the pair of jeans is still in great shape with some only minor fading and staining from working in them. Those ones cost me $8. Next is a pair of self-edge denim from Japan, which is identifiable through the inseam, which is self-edge, which means the cotton was sewn in and self-finished. While this pair cost me $80, it is at a much more premium, as it is a higher quality item that will be on Earth longer than most of us. Lastly is the mid-price point Calvin Klein denim. While this pair is fashionable, it was not ethically produced and was still bought at a mid-price point. Another thing that can help us is cohesivity in our closets. By creating a closet where every piece goes with another, we will be able to cut down on our consumption and create less clothing consumption in the world. Writer Igany Martin talks about the therapeutic release that many of us get from creating a cohesive closet and curating our closets to be ideal for everyone, or for ourselves. Lastly, we can utilize tools online to determine our ethicality in our shopping. Here is a sustainable product life cycle, which you can see goes through ethical production into the constant recycling stage of our consumption, as it goes from us buying it to recycling it at places such as Goodwill and other thrift stores, and then going in that circle again and again until the product is unwearable. Another tool that can help us utilize ethical shopping practices is websites such as Good For You, which give extensive breakdowns on all things fashion. You can search any brand into their search bar and it will give you an ethicality score on the rating of 5, with 5 being the best and 1 being the worst. Another thing that may help is doing your own personal research online, looking at what CEOs have done, the ways their clothes are produced, and many other things can help you determine the ethicality of the companies that you're buying from. While shopping ethical and being a sustainable consumer can pose a challenge to us, it will ultimately help our planet become healthier and happier. While fast fashion has caused our planet to deteriorate from the inside out, shopping sustainably, creating cohesivity in our closets, and following ethical consumption practices will help our planet for years on end. Thank you for listening to my speech.
Woo.